Bhabanipur by-polls battle. Mamata's prestige fight begins. BJP fields lawyer Priyanka Tibrewal.
चुनाव तो बहुत बाद की बात है। पहले तो मैंने मुख्यमंत्री को जो है वो कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट में एक हार हराई है।
Will it be a token fight by the BJP, or can the BJP pull off giant killer upset? The big Bhabanipur face-off top focus on To The Point this evening.
Good evening. Over To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. So, the battle lines have been drawn for Bhabanipur. Mamata Banerjee has started her campaign. The BJP announced their candidate in the form of Priyanka Tibrewal. What will it be? A symbolic fight for the BJP? A token fight? The BJP says they are fighting this battle to win.
Mamata Banerjee's biggest prestige fight. The battle for Bhabanipur could have massive ramifications in Bengal. It's the Chief Minister's chair that's at stake for Mamata. Didi filed her nomination from Bhabanipur, a constituency which shaped her political career and is now her bastion.
Mamata Banerjee,
The Chief Minister is leaving no stone unturned to win from the seat that she represented for nearly a decade.
নির্বাচনে তাই আমাকে আবার দাঁড়াতে হলো এদের ষড়যন্ত্রের জন্য বাট আমি একটা খুশি হয়েছি আমি ভবানীপুরে আমার ঘরে আবার ফেরত আসতে পেরে নিশ্চয়ই ভবানীপুরের মানুষ মনে প্রাণে চেয়েছিলেন যে আমি ভবানীপুরেই থাকি
The BJP is going all guns blazing to ensure it's not a walk in the park for Didi. The Saffron Party has fielded Priyanka Tibrewal against the Chief Minister, the same lawyer who dealt a body blow to Mamata in courts by ensuring a detailed probe into cases of post-poll violence. Priyanka Tibrewal has been instrumental in the BJP's campaign in Bengal.
जो लोगों ने मेरे ऊपर अपना विश्वास दिखाया है, जो शहीद परिवारों ने विश्वास दिखाया है, जिन महिलाओं का बलात्कार हुआ उन्होंने विश्वास दिखाया है, जिन लोगों को उनके घर तक पहुंचाया मैंने उन्होंने वो विश्वास दिखाया है.
Even though Mamata enjoys a clout in Bhabanipur, the BJP is fighting tooth and nail. They have announced observers and co-observers along with campaign heads. 8 MLAs have been assigned to each ward of Bhabanipur. 20 star-studded campaigners have also been announced.
আইনি পথে তো সাধারণ মানুষই গেছে, ওখানকার লোকই প্রশ্ন করেছে কেন এই ধরনের নির্বাচন হচ্ছে। তো স্বাভাবিক, পার্টির তো আর কেস লড়ার কথা নয়, কিন্তু কেউ না করলে আমাদের এগিয়ে যেতে হয়, মানুষই করেছেন। আমাদের লড়াই পুরোপুরি হবে, আমরা তো এখন নামিনি, এখনও ঘোষণা করিনি। তার আগে মমতা ব্যানার্জি পুরো মন্ত্রিসভাকে রাস্তায় নামিয়ে দিয়েছেন। বুঝতেই পাচ্ছেন বিজেপির ভয় কতটা।
Barbs are flying thick and fast. The BJP's IT cell chief Amit Malviya urged people of Bhabanipur to stop the Talibanization of Bengal by not voting for Mamata. But for the sitting chief minister, the fight for Bhabanipur is a familiar one. She's won twice. Will her experience in this seat help her seal a win for a third time? Or can the BJP's challenger Priyanka Tibrewal pull off a Shuvendu in Bhabanipur?
The stakes, of course, are a little higher than Nandigram because the outcome of the Bhabanipur by-poll will decide whether Mamata Banerjee can retain her chief minister's post or not. And therefore, the BJP is blazing on all guns to defeat her. They have announced a list of 20 star campaigners for the Bengal by-elections. However, the Trinamool Congress is upbeat. They say half the battle is already won because Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah's name do not feature in BJP's star campaigners list. With camera person Probir Biswas and Prema Rajaram in Kolkata, this is Indrajit for India Today.
Well, if you look at it, it's a matter of prestige for both. For Mamata Banerjee, because she'd given up the seat of Bhabanipur to fight from Nandigram. She lost from Nandigram and she's coming back right now to Bhabanipur. On the other hand, for the BJP, it is a prestige battle as well. Because they've got to win it, is what they are saying, and they're going to put all their might in it. Is it a tall or a big ask? Some would suggest yes, but they are saying it's game on. Cutting across right now to Shatyarupa, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party. In a short while from now, we'll also be joined by Biswas Deb, spokesperson, TMC. Shatyarupa, what are you going to now go to the people of Bhabanipur with? Because, you know, the seat was already won by the TMC the last time in these elections, and then it was emptied for Mamata Banerjee to fight on. So the people practically have already voted the TMC in.
Thank you, Preeti, for having me on the show, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you and the rest of the crew, whoever's watching us on this evening today. Thank you. No, we actually will be going to Bhabanipur on several issues. One is, of course, the Chief Minister, who was absconding from Bhabanipur very surreptitiously, I would say. She thought that abandoning her people in Bhabanipur, she should go and fight it out with Shubhendu, who she thought was her most important political enemy. Now that she's back, I don't know what kind of a face she's showing here, because when the report that was shown on your channel, I was surprised to see that a chief minister, a sitting chief minister, starting a campaign on a very victimized note. I mean, that is what she does anyway. She's always playing her victim card. She starts off by saying, "Oder shorojantra," which means, you know, our conspiracy, as if we conspired to defeat her. Why we would conspire to defeat her in one seat, I don't know. But then she's always got this conspiracy theory and victimization theory. Having said that, Trinamool is taking this election very seriously, and they have already, before we could even announce our candidate, before we could even decide whether we are going to contest the polls or not, they have already sported their big honchos, so to say. Partha Chatterjee, Bobby Hakim, Devashish Babu, everybody is on the roads taking care of each of the wards.
But Shatyarupa, what's wrong with that? That's how elections are fought. That's how your party fights elections.
No. There's nothing wrong in that. There's absolutely nothing wrong in that. In fact, we are also sporting our MPs and our MLAs. Everybody is going to be on the road. My point is that if the sitting chief minister is so confident, then, you know, you deal with these booth elections or booth activities with the booth in charges. After all, Trinamool is supposed to be, like you said, Trinamool is supposed to be on a very strong hold in Bhabanipur. But in reality, it is not like that. Bhabanipur has rejected Trinamool on several occasions. I'm not.
But not on the last occasion, Shatyarupa.
Yes,
last time, the elections of 20. But this West Bengal election, the seat was squarely, even after Mamata Banerjee, like you said, abandoned the seat, it was won by the TMC. So the people had already given their mandate at that point of time, and now it's just by force because that seat was vacated for Mamata Banerjee.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree with what you're saying. I am saying that if you look at the tabulation sheet of each of the booths, you will see from 2019 onwards, 2014 onwards, there is a trend to go away from Trinamool. That is what I'm saying. I'm not denying that they haven't won the seat. They have won the seat. Technically, Bhabanipur still belongs to Trinamool. I'm not saying anything about that. Now, as far as our issues are concerned, the number one issue here is the insensitivity of a woman chief minister. The chief minister, who is a woman, has not bothered to even bat an eyelid about the angst of the number of women who were raped, who were molested, who were murdered, who were thrown out of their houses. She's been constantly saying, you know, there's one statement that she keeps making in Bengali. I will say this and I will translate to you. She says that shorir thakle jor hobe, shorir thakle dhorshan to hotei pare. So she says, as a woman, she says that if you have a body, you're bound to have fever. So if you have a body, you might just get raped. Now, can any woman?
All right, just stay with me, Shatyarupa. We've got the, like, you know, we finally have the TMC spokesperson.
Can you even imagine?
We don't want this to be a one-sided, you know, monologue or debate. I want to bring in Biswas Deb. Biswas, Mr. Deb, we wish we'd had you earlier, but Mamata Banerjee is now being accused of abandoning this constituency to fight in Nandigram and now only coming back to fight from it again because she thinks it's a safe seat because she's already lost from Nandigram.
Whether she is entitled to fight in any constituency throughout the state or not. In fact, she, as a citizen, has got the right to contest anywhere she likes. Now, as far as Nandigram is concerned, I would like to say that she contested from one particular seat. She never contested from two seats, like the Prime Minister had done. The Prime Minister contested from two seats, if you can remember. But she had the guts to contest only from one seat.
But the Prime Minister won from both seats, Mr. Dev. She fought from one seat and lost from one seat. The Prime Minister won from both. From Gujarat and UP.
Now let me finish.
Please, sir.
Let me finish.
I wish they did their narrative
the way she was defeated, the unfair means which was adopted by BJP in Nandigram. I don't want to repeat those.
Yeah.
Because already the matter is sub judice and people know the unfair methods and the unfair means.
Sir, it's a little rich coming from you. So you are saying, Mr. Dev, so you are saying the BJP could manipulate only one seat while you swept Bengal the same. They can. What about the rest?
Only one seat.
What happened to the rest of the seats?
It was from the very beginning. From the very beginning, we had raised this issue. Mamata Banerjee had herself raised this issue that there was a deliberate conspiracy on the part of the BJP along with the support.
Why couldn't the BJP conspire for the rest of Bengal then? How can they only win one seat and they didn't win one more seat?
And that particular seat was targeted by BJP. Now leave aside that. Now the question of Bhabanipur. Now I would like to say that Bhabanipur. Now whatever you see, we are contesting Bhabanipur. She is contesting Bhabanipur.
Okay.
The people of Bhabanipur and the people of Bengal know very well that the development work which has been done by Mamata Banerjee since the last 10 years. And we are depending on that. And we very well know that the people of Bhabanipur would be very much proud to get her elected as their MLA, to send her as their representative to the assembly. And the way she has developed Bengal since the last 10 years is the only issue on which we are relying upon.
Shatarupa, I'll give you 10 seconds and I need to close this debate. 10 seconds to answer, madam. I don't. Okay, Mr. Dev, I wish we had you earlier if you had so much to say. Mr. Dev.
Mr. Dev. Yeah, you know, the Bhabanipur is so convinced of the development that she's done, Mamata Banerjee has done, that they're definitely going to vote for Priyanka Tibrewal from BJP in the hope of some more development, because the Chief Minister has done nothing for Bengal. There's been no industry. Law and order is at the worst possible low. So let us not even talk about the development aspect.
Okay, I'm going to just close this debate.
Line, I'll just tell you, Preeti.
I'm going to close this debate. I'm sorry. We've cut you out short because that's all the time that we have for right now. Appreciate both of you for joining us. Well, we'll only know when that last vote is counted. But right now, the fact is the TMC had already won this seat, even though Mamata Banerjee, like the BJP says, abandoned it. Will the constituency have a change of mind? We don't quite know, but we'll follow it closely. But for now, it's a battle pitched between Mamata Banerjee and Priyanka Tibrewal from the BJP. Up next is Rahul Kanwar.